Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing fine, guys. It has been a long way, it has been a long week, and it sounds good. Today we are here together, and without wasting our time, guys, on board, today we are going to discuss about Crash 300, all right? So, right now on screen, we are having this Crash 300 index, all right? Based on our strategy or based on our analysis, we always start from the higher time frame to the lowest time frame. All right. I hope we shall see here together. Okay, let us start, guys. Without forgetting our tools we use for analysis. First, we have trend line, we have ray line, we have short and long position, as well as brush. All right. Okay, so let us start our analysis. So now we are on the daily time frame, and let us try to look this price on this time frame. So from this point 22562, we had the downtrend up to this point. It was 14243, all right. Then a correction, impulsive to the downside. So as long as you understand the nature theory, this it will be easy for you to understand, and it won't make it complicated for you, all right? Okay, so it's like this. It is impulsive, correction, see, then impulsive, correction, impulsive. So it's look the same like this one. It is impulsive, correction, all right? Then impulsive, correction. What are we expecting next year? It is impulsive to the downside. So this is a nature. So you can't avoid nature. That is the truth. All right. So let us proceed, guys. So now we have understood that we are on the correction phase. All right, like this way. So I'm going to take my trend line and draw it from this point to this point. Just start to draw it from the starting point of the correction, and make sure you zoom in and out as much as possible so that you can see the clear details. All right. Okay, let us proceed, guys. Now again, I'm going to take my trend line. I will draw it from this point to this point. All right. So now you see we have the good structure here. It is the impulsive, correction, then impulsive, correction. You know that what next? It is a impulsive to the downside, and this is a possible. All right. Okay, let us proceed. So what are we going to do next, guys? We are going to 8 hours time frame. All right. So on this time frame, guys, as long as we go down, you will choose a clear picture. Just make sure you zoom in and out so that you can see the clear picture. Just make sure you tweak your trend lines like this way. You see? Then you tweak here and here, right? So now we have already tweaked our trend lines. We are zooming in and out as much as possible. You can see the clear details. And remember that this, it is a correction phase. We know that possibly this price, it may drop to the downside, all right? Then maybe it will break this trend line to the downside. If it will manage to break it impulsively, then we shall be finding more opportunity of selling, all right? Then maybe, probably, it can break to the upside. Then we shall find the buying opportunity. So remember that anything can happen within a market. What you have to understand is to take calculated risk, right? Okay, I hope we are together, guys. So what are we going to do next, guys? Make sure you are subscribing our channel so that you will be the first one to get the latest videos about analysis, right? And make sure you are subscribing there. Also, we have the link on the description there. you can join our Telegram channel so that you can be the first one to get the signal and the setup. Remember that you'll be the first one. And don't forget to share with your family, friend, or the one you love. All right? Okay. So let us proceed, guys. So now, what are we going to do next? We have understood that we are on the corrective phase. All right? So this it was the impulsive phase. Let us recall ourselves. This is the impulsive phase to the downside. Then we correction. We know that what next is impulsive. And then if this price it will manage to break impulsively, we shall be looking for the bearish flag, continuation flag. Right? So this is possible. And probably maybe this price it will manage to break this to the upside. Then we shall be waiting for the bullish flag continuation pattern like this one. So this is it probably, and this is possible. All right. Okay. So now let us go to 4 hours time frame. So guys, if you note this, as long as you go deep down to the smaller time frame, you will be able to see what you can't see in the bigger time frame. All right. As usual, make sure you tweak your trend lines so that to make your work good. All right. Okay. So like this way. So you know that from this point, guys, now we are just studying the current price. Forget about the past price and now focus on the current price. All right. So now we are on the current price. So after this, guys, you know that this is the correction phase, right? We are on the correction phase. So obviously, this is the first touch and this is the second touch. Remember, when we are talking about the reversal patterns, we always talking about this double tops, right? So this is the first touch and this is the second touch, right? So the same like this one. This is the first one and this is the second one. So obviously this price may drop down. There's the higher potential of this price to drop to the downside, all right? So again, here we are having more conferences. So the first conference, guys, so this it was an impulsive move to the downside. Then boom, we know that this is a correction. At the price moving impulsively to the downside, we always expect this price to correct. So again, this was the first conference, and the second conference, it will be this one. We are having this kind of reversal pattern, which is double top. The first, the second one. All right. So what are we going to do next? We are going to 2 hours time frame. Okay. Just try to make sure you are studying this price in a good way. Sorry. Okay. As usual, what are we going to do? Tweak your trend lines. You see? So now we are having this one. So what are we going to do here? Remember that from this point, guys, from this point, it was impulsive to the downside, then a small correction here. It was a bearish flag, boom to the downside, then impulsively. Now we had here it was double bottom, the first, the second one, boom to the upside. So here, obviously, there is a potential of this price to go to the downside, all right? Okay, so let us keep looking on this chart. So what are we going to do next here, guys? We are going to try to draw this. I'm going to draw my trend line from this point to this point, right? So you see, here we have in this channel. Again, we are going to get the circumference. So you see here. So now, guys, just to look it clear, you can see here, this it was an impulsive move to the downside. Then it is a correction, all right? Then impulsive move to the downside probably. So this is a possible. Price will go to the downside. Why? Because we know this is the impulsive move You see there is a higher momentum to the downside, then correction here. We have this price ranging on consolidation, then boom, we see this breakout here, impulsive price, it has managed to break this impulsively. You see here, price, it has managed to break it impulsively, then boom to the upside. So probably this price, it may go down, right? So now we have three confluences, right? Okay, so what are we going to do next? We are going to 1 hour time frame. So remember that on our 1 hour time frame, we always try to look for the entries. And remember, we always have two types of entries. We have risk entry and reduce risk entry. What you have to understand this is risk entry, it is not like as it is sound. It is a risk entry, but it has big reward. You know, it has a big reward ratio compared to reduce risk entry. Reduce risk entry, we took a trade when we have a lot of confluences, all right? So that is a risky entry. I will teach you on the next lessons, guys. So for now, let us focus on this analysis. So here, what is the possible here? So possible, we know that this price may drop to the downside, all right? So it may drop to the downside. Maybe it will correct here. And we shall be looking for the selling opportunities, all right? So it's like this, simple and clear. So remember that we have this opportunity. Just remember to find your entry, find your exit, use proper risk management, and I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see you on the next analysis. And just don't forget to like and comment, leave your comment or leave your suggestion on what you're thinking about this. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this? Maybe it will go up or it will drop to the downside. So we have to discuss, we have to change ideas, you know. Just make sure you leave your comment, click the red button there, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and don't forget on our description link, we have the link there. You can join our Telegram channel for further more information. I wish you all the best, guys. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I wish you the best, champions. Peace.